Mom takes like ESL classes just so she can like socialize with neighbors because my mom doesn't work because she like can't really speak English and she doesn't have like any like marketable like skills that would work in America. Um, and so she like takes free ESL classes and I know that's like not because she like has to go work but just because like whenever she runs into like people like from Rice. I remember we had like the Rice meetup before before we became freshmen, and my parents just like stood off in a corner by themselves because they like didn't know how to like socialize in an American way. And that was like at the time that was really frustrating, kind of embarrassing because I wanted to stay longer. My parents were kind of like, let's go. But at the same time, I'm torn because like I want to respect the fact that they gave up so much for me already, and if I had to like move to a foreign country, I don't think I'd be able to do like socialize like that either. That's like an extra degree of separation that they're like kind of conscious about. And when my parents are speaking to me in English, which is very rare because we speak Korean at home, which I'm really grateful for. Um, their English is fine, but as soon as like there's someone else, like a stranger, I can see them getting kind of like nervous. Yeah, my dad.
My parents were professors when they were in China, and they did like aerospace engineering. So they were like literally rocket scientists. And then they came to the States so that they could both go to grad school. Like she did comment to me like in terms of like job prospects that like she did feel limited in like what she could do because she wouldn't be able to do like as many like jobs where like you have to interact with like speak and like um, communicate about ideas with a lot of different people. So she like now she's like she does software development. So like yeah, she has to like work with other people, but like most of her the bulk of her work is mostly like coding and like doing that, and like it's like mostly like individual work.
I know that whenever they had like parent teacher conferences or whenever they had like doctor's appointments or things like that, they always had a lot of trouble trying to convey exactly what they wanted. So they would oftentimes tell me in Korean, and I'd tell the the whoever like the receptionist or the doctor or whatever in English. And so they ended up finding doctors and people who are Korean to go to. But I think that kind of sucks that like they're not able to convey exactly how like what they need without like either a translator or me not like me being there. And now that I'm not there, like they're gonna have like an even harder time trying to do that. So it sucks because they're trying really hard to learn English and to do their best in this other country, but it's just hard to be able to convey effectively. Um,
My parents are first generation immigrants here, and they speak um, pretty much zero English, and it has affected their like how they settle here and the job that they're able to get in America. So, for example, the biggest obstacle that my family and I faced when we first moved here was our lack of understanding of like the immigration and like just legal process of becoming a citizen and obtaining like legal basic legal documents that everyone needs. Uh, and I guess coming from Vietnam, my parents were very like unsure of how like the system here works, and um, like because they did not understand English very well, and I was at that age, I was young, I didn't really know much about the process either, um, and so it was just a kind of like this like foreboding cloud that always hangs around our family whenever we talk about like legal paperwork and all these stuff because it's just a very difficult time to navigate for our family, and the limitation of like their lack of English definitely limited their employment opportunity. Of course, they were my parents are very old, so like education was not like a part of the plan for them, nor for them to learn English because like it's really hard for them at this point. So my parents, like a lot of other Asian families, they go into like the service industry. So we had like I grew up working in the restaurant industry because my parents believed that that was like how we were able to get our foot in the door.